We've come to Glasgow now for our next loft visit, and this is top showman Jim Reid. Good morning, Jim.
Morning, Keith. Welcome to Glasgow.
Cheers, mate. How long have you been in the sport?
I've been in the sport more or less all my life. Short breaks for different reasons, but basically I've had them since I was about 10-year-old.
Yeah.
Different types of pigeons, fancy pigeons, racing pigeons, and I've also kept cage birds.
Yeah. How long have you been into the show pigeons?
I've been in the show pigeons now about 6 year, 5 year.
Yeah. What's your best performances?
Best performances, I've been 2 Supreme Champions. I was Supreme Champion at Edinburgh 2 years ago, and I was Supreme Champion at Ayr last year.
Yeah, wonderful. Have you got a favourite colour?
My favourite colour is checker.
Yeah. Was that a nice dark checker?
Well, I like some lighter checkers, but they've got to have a nice check in them, a nice pattern in them.
This is a nice checker. Jim, what's this one?
Well, that was the hen that won the Supreme Champion at Edinburgh. The judges on that occasion was in the class. It was Keith Foley judged it in the class, the old hen class, and for the Supreme Champion class, where it was against all the other winners, it was Mr. Meader.
Yeah.
Bill Meader.
Yeah. Has it won anything previous?
It's always in the tickets. Always in the tickets, that pigeon.
Yeah. Is it down from a long line of winners?
And it breeds winners as well.
Yeah.
It breeds winners. I've had it with different cocks, and it always seems to pull one out.
Yeah. Has its parents won anything?
Its parents, the pigeons I've got are all Fitzpatrick Fleming pigeons, and they just keep winning. I keep trying different permutations with the matings, and they always keep turning up winners.
How many pairs of showbirds do you keep then, Jim?
During the show season I keep 25 pair.
Yeah.
And the breeding season I'm up to keep a few more than that. I usually use some of the extra birds as feeders.
Yeah. Do you actually keep stock birds?
I have a few pair of stock birds, pigeons that are proven proven breeders and the breed winners, and they're never out of the shed. They're never in the show pen.
Yeah. Where'd your birds originate from?
They're all Fitzpatrick Fleming and Coots.
Yeah.
When I got them, it was Fitzpatrick and Fleming, but I tried other breeds of pigeons and I didn't find any success with them.
No.
So they're all from Cambuslang, Fitzpatrick Fleming.
A wonderful team of pigeons they got too, haven't
Aye, they've got the best.
they?
Aye.
Yeah. When do you pair up?
Well, usually as soon as I can when I come home from Blackpool.
Yeah.
I try to get the weight off the pigeons. When I feel that the weight's right off them, that's when I mate them.
Yeah. What do you feed your birds?
In the show season, I feed a channel mix with linseed.
Yeah.
I feel like that gets them hard and it gets the weight right on them. In the breeding season, I use Swainston's Premium Gold.
This is a scene inside Jim's old bird section, and the pigeons are all breeding at the moment. Another nice checker in Jim. What's this one?
That's the backbone of the loft. That's a pigeon I got for Jim Fat. He gifted me that pigeon, and everything's come out of that pigeon with different hens, and they're all winners.
Yeah, it's a beautiful pigeon, isn't he?
He is a beautiful pigeon, and I call him the proud cock, and you can only see what I mean if you see him standing on the boards.
Yeah. Has he ever won anything in the show pen himself?
I never showed him. I just used him for a breeding.
Yeah. He's wonderful, mate. How many young birds do you breed each season then, Jim?
Well, usually I get between 20 and 30 rings.
Yeah. How many do you finish up with at the end of the year then?
Usually, maybe, I would say around about 12.
Yeah.
I'm quite ruthless with them. I mean, you've got to be if you're hoping to achieve anything with them.
Yeah, so you select them.
Any faults at all, they've got to go.
Yeah. How many shows do the young birds have?
I show every week in Scotland.
Yeah.
When the Lark Hall show starts around about the 28th October, it just goes right on to the end of the year.
Yeah. What do you feed your babies?
I usually just use the same mixture as I'm
Just the
using.
same as the old birds?
I think the quicker you get them onto the bigger grain, the better.
What's your preparation for the big shows in, Jim?
Well, my season starts for the showing in the middle of July. That's when I separate my pigeons.
Yeah.
And they go into the type of grain that I would be feeding them during the show season.
Yeah.
And that's when I introduce the linseed into them. I think it's very important that they get a linseed.
Yeah. How about baths?
I'm not very multivitamins. That's the only other thing I give them.
Yeah.
Baths, they must get a bath every week,
Yeah.
maybe twice a week prior to the show. And whenever the show season starts, they get the bath on the Sunday prior to the show.
Yeah. Do you pen train your babies?
I do, aye. I spend some time with them, aye.
Get them ready, like.
I've got some pens in the garage, and I take them in there, and I sometimes give them, depending on how they react to the pens. If they're a bit flighty, I would maybe keep them in the pen all night.
Yeah.
But if they tend to just to accept the pen, I only give them maybe a couple of hours.
What's the size of your team when you go to a big show?
I've got 5 baskets, 28 pigeons I usually take to a show.
Yeah. Do you do much judging?
Never judged before.
No.
I've had some offers, but
Yeah.
I'm not really interested in judging. I'm more
Yeah.
interested in getting silverware and red tickets.
Yeah. All right, Jim. Thanks so much for showing your pigeons today. It's been a great pleasure.
You're welcome.